DBS News. Fresh in the morning, eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning. In the headlines, the Mist in Dominica in February will feature 4 participants. Cuba begins releasing prisoners following Biden announcements, and South Africa accused of horrific crackdown as 78 corpses pulled from illegal mine. Good morning, I'm Ivona John Baptist Luge. The details follow.
Ho, ho, ho! Soft Weave has something special for you. Introducing Soft Weave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Soft Weave's Christmas design paper towels and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prizes include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. Ho, ho, ho! So hurry now. Grab your Soft Weave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Soft Weave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
News this morning, the Mist in Dominica pageant on February 23 will feature 4 participants. The contestants were launched at the Alliance Française last night.
This year we have 4 contestants, and they are as follows. From the Dominica Grammar School, Hannah Joseph. Our main sponsor is Do It Center. From the St. Martin Secondary School, Corinne Royer. Our main sponsor is Happy, distributed by A.C. Shillingford and Company Limited. Contestant number 3 is from the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, Kiana Aaron. Her main sponsor is the Republic Bank. And contestant number 4 is from the Girl Guides Association, Gabrielle Esprit. And her main sponsors are Fresh Market and Best Price. Contestants, it is because of you and because of your courage and determination that we're able to stage such an exciting and entertaining show in Dominica. We could not do it without you. So special congratulations must go out to you this afternoon and your sponsors for playing such an important part in helping to make pageantry and Dominica's culture so colorful and vibrant.
Director of the Waitukubuli Dance Theatre Company, Raymond Lawrence. Meantime, Festival and Events Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, Ayodele Andrew, has endorsed the Mist in Dominica pageant, which is in its 46th year.
The Discover Dominica Authority is proud to support the Mist in Dominica pageant. We believe it serves as an invaluable introduction to the world of pageantry, fostering a foundation of excellence in the arts, intelligence, and self-confidence. This platform empowers young women, preparing them for a future participation in the Miss Dominica pageant. And perhaps after attending the Miss Dominica pageant on February 27th, you may be enticed to become a contestant in coming years. Miss Teen Dominica pageant boasts a remarkable track record, having produced outstanding winners who have gone on to achieve significant success, including Miss Kiana Dyer, reigning Miss Dominica, Miss Mara Walter, and Miss Leandra Lander, who now serves on the Miss Dominica Pageant Production Committee.
And that was Festival and Events Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, Ayodele Andrew. 2 men who are on remand at Stockholm Prison for murder have pleaded not guilty to the charge at the arraignment, which signaled the start of the January criminal court sessions. Ronaldo Luke followed proceedings in court on Wednesday and filed this report.
During the arraignment, Eustace Williams, who is charged with the April 4, 2017 murder of his brother, Edward McGlaw, told the court he is not guilty of murder but guilty of manslaughter. Director of Public Prosecution, Shuma Dharampal, did not accept the guilty plea to the lesser charge and requested that the matter go to trial. Following case management, the trial was set for January 20th. Another murder matter which is expected to go to trial later this month is that of Algie Liverpool, who is indicted for the unlawful killing of Glensworth Frank, whose lifeless body was discovered in a drain at Caneville on September 17, 2020. Liverpool, who is unrepresented, pleaded not guilty to the charge and is expected to return to court on January 24th for case management, while the trial is expected to begin on January 27th. Trevor Alfred, who is charged with causing death by dangerous driving, will return to court on January 31st for case management after pleading not guilty to the indictment. Alfred of Marigot is accused of causing the death of British national Julie Tina Monk through dangerous driving on November 9, 2016. At the time of the incident, Monk was visiting the island as a cruise passenger. Meanwhile, a Mahoman, Davidson George, who pleaded not guilty to grievous bodily harm of 2 individuals, will return to court on January 17th, as the state have indicated its intent to take a certain course of action in the matter. Brian Francis, also charged with grievous bodily harm, and Lenny Alfred, charged with burglary, saw the adjournment of their arraignment to January 16th and 17th, respectively. Jeffrey Lee Pham, who was indicted for unlawful wounding, was sentenced to time served following his guilty plea. The Grand Bay man was charged for wounding Augustus Albert, also of the same community, on March 25, 2018 with a cutlass. After the facts were presented to the court, without any mitigation from defense attorney Peter Allen of the Legal Aid Clinic, Justice Williams pointed out that the maximum sentence for the offense is 2 years, and Lee Pham, who was on remand for 2 years and 8 months, had served a greater sentence than what is outlined in the law. Meanwhile, the DPP discontinued matters against 2 men charged with rape and indecent assault. Additionally, 2 men who are jointly charged with attempted aggravated burglary and attempted rape have both pleaded guilty and will return to court on Thursday, where the facts will be presented in the matter. Ronaldo Luke reporting for DBS News.
And we thank Ronaldo Luke for that report. In more news this morning, the government of Dominica has launched a series of town hall meetings due to begin in Trafalgar this evening. Government Press Secretary Dion Dura-Smith reports.
The government of Dominica is pleased to announce the launch of a series of town hall meetings set to commence on Thursday, January 16, 2025. These engagements are a reflection of the government's commitment to transparency, to inclusivity, and to the active participation of citizens in the decision-making process. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, members of cabinet, and other government officials will engage with Dominicans Dominicans to address their concerns and provide updates on the government's achievements and development plans for 2025 and beyond. The government of Dominica considers that all Dominicans are key players in the development process and believes that engaging with people is fundamental to good governance. Therefore, these town hall meetings will be a great opportunity for government officials to hear directly from the residents of communities across the island and to consider their ideas and recommendations in building a better Dominica. The first meeting will be held in Trafalgar for residents of the Roseau Valley and neighboring communities, and additional meetings will take place in the constituencies of Salibia, Collyho, Castlebruce, Soufriere, Cottage, La Plaine, and Wesley. The Trafalgar meeting on Thursday will take place at 6 p.m. at the Trafalgar Community Center, and we encourage all who are able to attend and to contribute to the discussions.
Government Press Secretary Dion Dura-Smith, DBS Radio will bring live coverage of the town hall meeting at 6 on radio and our social media platforms. There's no news at 6 this evening. 12 schools have expressed interest in the 2025 Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition. The debating competition, which is in its third year, will officially get underway on January 28th. Organizer of the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition, Trudy Christian, says this year promises to be an interesting one.
So the competition will begin at the end of January. We are looking for the first round to kick off on January 28th. And the round will include all the high schools that have indicated their interest in participating. We have 12 who indicated. It might drop to 11, but we have 12 high schools that initially confirmed. And interest, we are anticipating the entry of the Pierre Charles Secondary School and the Goodwill Secondary School into the competition. And these two high schools have not previously taken part in the competition. Of interest also, the winner of the 2023 competition, the Alpha Waldron SDA Academy, is not taking part this year. So we do have some space. Some of the, the competitiveness that had been provided by that school is now open for another school to take that up. So we see that we have some movement in the schools participating, but overall, the majority of the secondary schools are on board. Round one will include all these secondary schools, excluding the Orion Academy, who is the reigning champion of the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition. So they get a bye out of the first round, and they will come in round two, which is scheduled for February, the semifinals in March, and the finals in April.
Organizer of the Inter-Secondary Schools Debating Competition, Trudy Christian. A 4-member team of medical practitioners has arrived from China. Minister for Health Kasani Laville says Dominica is grateful to the People's Republic of China. 4 Chinese practitioners who were here are also returning home.
And today, on behalf of the government and people of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I once again take this opportunity to officially welcome you, the 7th cohort, to Dominica. We are indeed grateful. It's a pleasure to receive you all, and we will treat you all with tremendous kindness. Access to medical care should never be seen as a privilege. Instead, it is that lifeline that empowers individuals and strengthens communities. And to that end, medical collaboration among friendly governments like ours, in this case, the People's Republic of China and Dominica, and also too, I see some members of the Cuban Brigade who are there with us. These help vitally to expand access to specialized healthcare services and to augment underserved areas and specialized areas, and to also build capacity. In our case, the technical cooperation provides critical support in areas like ophthalmology, urology, anesthesiology, and cardiology. In my address last year, I highlighted the profound impact of this medical collaboration with the government and the people of the Republic of China in transforming the lives of our people by providing specialist care, which in most cases would have been sourced overseas.
Minister for Health Kasani Laville, meantime, China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Maoming, welcomed the arrival of the Chinese medical team.
I extend a heartfelt welcome to the 4 members of the 7th batch of the China medical team, Dr. Deng Nan, urologist, who used to study in the United States, Dr. Du Yipen, cardiologist, Dr. Song Li, ophthalmologist, and Dr. Zhang Xupu, anesthesiologist. Your arrival marks the beginning of a new chapter in the enduring partnership between China and Dominica. We are looking forward to the remarkable impact you will make as we strengthen the bonds of friendship and collaboration between our 2 countries. To the 7th batch of the China medical team, I encourage you to embrace this experience not only as a professional mission, but as an opportunity to strengthen the bonds of friendship and collaboration between our 2 countries. And also, you should take this opportunity to learn from your colleagues, from the Dominican friends and colleagues in the hospitals. So my embassy is fully committed to supporting you in every way, and I'm confident that your time here will be marked by remarkable achievements, personal growth, and meaningful connections that will leave a lasting legacy.
China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Maoming. Cuba yesterday began releasing prisoners jailed following anti-government protests in 2021, making good on a deal agreed with the Biden administration this week. Outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday removed Cuba from a blacklist of nations that sponsor terrorism and rolled back a raft of sanctions implemented by Donald Trump during his first presidency that have contributed to the communist-run island's worst economic crisis in decades. Hours after the U.S. announcements, Cuba President Miguel Diaz-Canel said Cuba would gradually release 553 prisoners from its jails following talks with the Vatican. In the July 2021 protests, the biggest since Fidel Castro's 1959 revolution, thousands took to the streets in towns and cities across the island, many protesting shortages of food, medicine, and electricity as COVID-19 cases soared. Rights groups say at least 1,000 people were arrested after the demonstrations. Cuba says those jailed committed crimes ranging from arson to vandalism and sedition. And at least 78 dead bodies have been pulled from an illegal gold mine in South Africa, where police cut off food and water supplies for months in what trade unions called a horrific crackdown on desperate people trying to eke out a living. Hundreds more people are feared trapped 2 kilometers below the surface of the mine southwest of Johannesburg, with rescuers scrambling to haul them out alive or dead in a court-ordered rescue operation that began on Monday. A total of 216 survivors, some of them emaciated and disoriented, have been brought to the surface and immediately arrested for illegal mining and immigration. The South African Federation of Trade Unions accused the state on Tuesday of allowing the men to starve to death in the depths of the earth. The death toll makes the crackdown on the mine one of the deadliest on miners in recent South African history. That's news. What is next?
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Welcome to the morning sport report. Manager of the Winner Islands Volcanoes team, Liam Sebastian, is hoping the guys can turn their fortunes around as they get set to begin their campaign in the regional 4-day tournament. That competition gets underway later this month. The Winner Islands are coming off a second-place finish in the last tournament. Sebastian is hoping the team can get over the line this time around.
I believe after 2 seasons finishing second and the positions that we were, I think we as a group have a lot of lessons to take from that. It's not, I guess you can say it's not a sprint. It's for the long haulers, it's what, 7 matches or something like that thereabout, and we got off the gates very quickly. We were, after the first block of games, we were way ahead last season by maybe 20 points or thereabout, and then in the Antigua games, in the second and third block, the 2 games in Antigua, we really made a mess out of those 2 where we actually, we didn't pick up any points at all, and it wasn't far off. Had we maybe just picked up a few batting points here or there, we would have been the champions. And then in the end, we had to basically move in from front runners to almost not even finishing in the top 2, which were the prize awards. So I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned that mentally we have to be a little bit tougher as the season progresses. And then we also have to assess conditions a little quicker in terms of when we're having we're going through the tough period.
And that was the manager of the Winner Islands Volcanoes team, Liam Sebastian. Meantime, he has raised concerns with the fitness levels of some of the players heading into the tournament. He says players need to take ownership of their responsibilities.
The reason why I say it's disappointing, take for instance the Guyanese team. There is a set policy in terms of the pass mark for Cricket West Indies, and Guyana has increased their own fitness standards by 10 more scores. And some of our players are maybe even 20 points off that score because they're not meeting the pass mark is 40. Some players haven't even attained, 20, and the entry level to be considered for selection is 30. So it is something that obviously you have to say you're disappointed in the players, because if you before you get a contract, for instance, if you're a contracted player, you must pass the fitness test to continue, or they will give you warnings if you fail, and if you do not meet it after a certain period of time, then you will be cut from the contracted period. So it's a disappointment, yes, and not only from a personal point of view, it hurts the team, because if you have players who you're depending on to go into a season and you're planning, and then you cannot select them because of fitness or even injury, it's a disappointment.
And that was Windward Islands Volcanoes manager Liam Sebastian. The road to the DFA Premier League continues tonight with the semi-finals in the DFA Division 1. 4 teams: Dewitt Center Mighty Avengers, DSFC, RC Doctors, and St. Joseph FC will all be gunning for a spot in Sunday's final and the 2025 Premier League when they meet tonight at the DFA Technical Center. DSFC will meet Dewitt Center Mighty Avengers at 6 p.m. in the continuation of their semi-final match. That semi-final match had ended prematurely in the first half back in November following a bottle throwing incident. The DFA has since suspended 2 DSFC players for 6 matches as a result. The other semi-final between RC Doctors and St. Joseph FC will be played after. Meantime, DFA PRO Ebby Lawrence says the DFA will deploy additional security measures for the games tonight. He's calling on the public to come out and support the semi-finals.
Gavin, we do not want to preempt anything, but nonetheless, we will be top-notch. The police will be on the floor with us, together with other measures we are doing. And going forward, we will see a different approach towards everything happening during the football season. We will be working in collaboration with the Dominica Police Force, as we've done before, but we'll be enforcing security duties and security measures. We will continue to enforce, and you will hear it over the system, that the zone is a non-violent zone, and anyone found wanting of or causing mayhem or being disrespectful or disruptive to the games, we will ask the police officers to escort them. That's a right we need to remind our many fans and the many spectators that are here. Yes, there are times the calls may not be in our favor, but at the end of the day, the referee's decision is always final, and we cannot by no means try to violate anybody and anybody's right. So come tomorrow and going forward, we'll be seeing stringent measures and stricter measures happening in the Stockton Complex and every other game of the Dominica Football Association.
DFA PRO Ebby Lawrence. Kendall Jajak hit a century, but it was not enough as Curly Ambrose hit a half-century to guide the Harris Plains veterans to their first win in the Kasani Laville Maho Softball Premier T20 League with a 4-wicket win over Foncole as that competition continued last night in Maho. Foncole posted 192 for 6 in 20 overs. Batting first with Kendall Jajak getting 100, Roston Williams 26 and Nilton Laura 20. Ambrose Birmingham took 2 for 18 and Julian Baptist 2 for 30 for the veterans. Harris Plains replied with 195 for 6 in 17.3 overs. Curly Alphonse hit 75 and Lindy Timothy 48. Kenny Volney took 4 for 34 for the Focole team. Arch rivals, the Dominica Grammar School will face St. Mary's Academy in the playoffs of the Sports Division Under 15 football competition in the lone match today. That match is scheduled for the Newtown playing field at 2 this afternoon. The winner of the SMA versus DGS match will battle the secondary school in the finals. Meantime, on Friday, there will be 3 matches. In Newtown, there will be a double-header. In Game 1 at 2 p.m. in the 13 and under division, the Castleboro Secondary will face Pierre Charles Secondary School, and at 3:30 p.m. in the under 17 division, Castleboro Secondary will come up against Isaiah Thomas Secondary School in the playoff match with the right to play Dominica Grammar School in the finals. Over at Dubla at 2 p.m. in the 13 and under division, Dominica Grammar School will play the Northeast Comprehensive School. Table tennis news now. The top table tennis players on island will be on show this weekend as the Dominica Table Tennis Association stages its first national tournament for 2025 at the Massac Indoor Facility on Sunday. The tournament will see competition in the under 13, under 15, under 18 boys and girls, and the seniors male and female division. President of the Dominica Table Tennis Association, Peter Later, says the association is looking forward to an exciting competition.
The Dominica Table Tennis Association is proud to announce its 2025 National Table Tennis Championships to be held this weekend, Saturday the 18th, at the Massac Sports Complex from 10 a.m. It has been years since we have had a national table tennis tournament, and we are elated to see it back on stream, and will ensure it continues. This tournament is all about ranking our players, bragging rights for the players, and we call on the public to come on down to the Massac Sports Complex on Saturday to support all table tennis players. The categories for this tournament is boys and girls under 13, boys and girls under 15, boys and girls under 18, and seniors, men and women. Table tennis is one of the more exciting sports to watch. It is said that it is the fastest reflex sport on the face of the earth. We just call on the public to come on down to the Massac Sports Complex to support table tennis.
And that was the president of the Dominica Table Tennis Association, Peter Later. West Indies head coach Andre Coley says the team has to put the disappointments from 2024 behind them and be prepared for the new challenges of 2025. The Windies will play their first test in 2025 on Friday when they play Pakistan. The West Indies managed just 2 wins in Test cricket in 2024. Coley says the Windies have to learn from the mistakes over the last few years.
I prefer to live in the present and the past. The past is the past. What we've been able to do is obviously look at what has happened in the past and see potentially what's in front of us and then almost anticipate what is to come. So our aim here on this series is actually to prepare in a manner in such a way that based on the squad that Pakistan has selected, that we're in a position to negotiate and gain control of the game early and control throughout. Well, as you said, we are in the current Test Championship. What we have said to the players, and we're all in agreement, is that we want to take the learning from 2024. So the majority of the squad would have made a debut early in 2024. We have had some good performances. We've had some disappointing ones. So as we start 2025, finishing off the current edition and look forward to the start of the next one, is really about taking the learning and the positives from the previous year, and then in a new environment for most of the players as well, is to be able to back themselves, trust the preparation, and keep learning quickly.
West Indies head coach Andre Coley, meantime cricket commentator Fazia Mohammed, feels that the captain Craig Brathwaite is under pressure to perform in this series.
He's going to be under considerable scrutiny. Yes, he's closing on 100 test matches, but no one is entitled to a free 2 or 3 test matches just to get to 100. Craig Brathwaite clearly has that passion, that love for the game, and he wants to get to 100 test matches. But if he's not getting any runs, if he's continuing to struggle, you've got to look at other options. The question is, are there any viable options out there in the regional game with the season about to start at the end of January? And on the captaincy side, yes, that is always a concern, because from the very outset, when he took over the captaincy full-time 4 years ago for that tour of Bangladesh, when Jason Holder, the regular captain, opted out, it was felt that Craig was too defensive-minded and so on. But he won 2 test matches and came away with that series, drew the series in the Caribbean. So therefore, things were going well. But of course, we know the general standard of West Indies cricket, and those technical flaws and those technical shortcomings and defensive posturing would have shown up over time. So yes, it's about his batting, because he can't just be a captain and not scoring runs, never mind looking towards 100 test matches, and also how he's going to handle the team in these situations.
Cricket commentator Fazia Mohammed. Well, that's where we come to the end of the DBS Morning News and Sports. Just as I end, extending congratulations to the Dominica Grammar School celebrating Founders Day today, the 16th of January. The focus is on representing your house. All boys and all girls of the DGS are reminded to represent. We are in house shirts, house t-shirts, or the color of their house. On behalf of the News Department and Sports Desk and our Links personnel, Hazari Williams, I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. Good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso. The annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:38 on your Nature Isle. Up next, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, would like to remind you of your Kalinago phrase of the day for today, and that's "Go away from me." In Kalinago, that's "Bye-bye Naol." Bye-bye Noal. Bye-bye Noal. Go away from me. In Kalinago, that's B-A-I-B-A Bye-bye Noal. N-O-A-L. Bye-bye Noal. Go away from me in Kalinago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:37, or I should say 6:47, for another edition of your Kalinago Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report, made possible, compliments the good folks of Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Cash in a flash.
At this time, we say good morning to Dervon Matthew with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominican Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 16th of January 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with brief scattered showers. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport: cloudy with surface winds west-northwesterly at 4 knots or 7 km per hour. The present temperature 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit. There was no rainfall yesterday, and the monthly rainfall so far is 70.4 millimeters. The sun will set today at 5:55 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 6:36 a.m. The high tide today will be at 5:04 p.m. and the next low tides will be at 10:47 a.m. and 11:50 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Weak unstable conditions generated by a weak low-level trough is approaching the area. As a result, an increase in moisture levels across the area can be expected. Increasingly cloudy conditions with brief scattered showers are possible throughout the day. Thereafter, a high-pressure system is expected to regain its dominance. Moderate seas are expected during the period with swells peaking to 7 feet along the northern through eastern coastline. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to be on alert for strong breaking waves along these beaches. An increase in wind speed, together with an increase in wave heights, can be expected by Friday and into the weekend. The synopsis: weak unstable conditions are approaching the area. The forecast for this morning and this afternoon: partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with brief scattered showers. The forecast for tonight: cloudy at first, becoming fair to partly cloudy and breezy at times with a few showers. The winds are expected to be northeasterly at 15 to 30 km per hour with higher gusts. The sea conditions being moderate in open water with waves 1.5 to 2 meters or 5 to 7 feet. A high surf advisory remains in effect. For more information about the weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, you can like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Mets, or add our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Devon Matthew.
And we thank Dervon Matthew for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
This is DBS Radio.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
It's now 16 minutes before 8. Up next, we'll present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union and Valley Engineering Sales and Services.
Doudou, ou te oblige an bawase mwen mite la wi ouzo kon sa? An wale kote Valley Engineering pou wanje zafen.
Get back on track. At Valley Engineering, we offer a wide range of high-quality auto spare parts designed to keep your vehicle running smoothly and efficiently. We offer the